Right black at you. Right black at you. I hope my sound is good. I hope my sound is good. Let me check. Let me do a check. Right, check one, check one, check two. Right black at you. I hope my sound is good. I hope my sound is good. Let me check. Let me do a check. Check one, check one, check two. At you. I hope my sound is good. I hope my sound is good. Check one, check two. This is Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. And this is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. And I'm right black at you. Topic for the night is, do you know what's real? Do you know what's real? That's the topic of the night. Okay. I'll get my co-host in the building in a minute here. Let me give a shout out to everyone. Peace and black power to all my good people. Um, if it's your first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell and smash that thumbs up for me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to hit that thumbs up. Don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you one red dime. And you know a dime ain't red, so it don't cost you nothing. Okay. We'll give a shout out to all my good brothers and sisters that I've been watching today on YouTube. My man Sarnetta TV, brother Jabari, Garfield. He pumps out some good information. All of them pretty much put out good information if you do your homework. And what I mean by your homework, if you do your research, you have to research things. That's how you find out the truth. You can't just go with the first definition and stop there, or the first thing to pop up on a Google. Google is a place to start. Weak link, which you call WikiLink, we call it weak link, is just a place to start. A lot of that is pseudo information. And if you don't know what pseudo mean, look it up, because I ain't finna tell you. This is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV, and I'm gonna get my co-host in the building here. So give me a second here. Let me get my co-host in the building here. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. This is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. Okay, I hope everybody had a good and prosperous day. I hope you're fine. I hope your families are fine. As I said, the topic for the night is, do you know what's real? Do you know what's real? My camera back on here. Okay, we got the co-host here. Okay, we got the co-host in the building. Okay, what's going on? We got the
How you doing?
co-host in the building. How you be?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. I'm unbelievable. Unbelievable. I had to get my sound a little louder here so I can really hear and get a little music playing, just a little something in the background. That's not too loud. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't too loud, is it? Huh?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
All right. So you
So how
doing
was your day today? Pardon?
I
Yeah,
was
I'm just
asking.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was asking you, were you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How was your day?
It was good. Busy as
Okay.
usual.
Right, right. Well, that's a good thing. People who ain't busy, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I can say. It can be stressful, you know what I'm saying? But what can I say? You know, it can be stressful. Hey, look at Miss Jones. Look at Miss Jones in the building tonight.
Oh my! Well, hello. Hi, family. I miss you. Okay. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
That's beautiful. Glad to have you.
Yeah, and Puncho called me too, Miss Jones. Puncho called me. He did call me. He sent me his number, but he never called me back. So I guess I gave him a call later on tonight. But yeah, he did get in touch with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a full screen so you can get the people ready for what you coming with tonight. Okay, hold on. Let's read Miss Jones. She say doing well.
Yes.
And she say, yep, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna give you your full screen. I'm gonna mute out and get the Instagram fired up, and it's on you. I'm gonna mute out.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marietta Elliott, and I'm your co-host tonight. First and foremost, I'd like to say happy belated Father's Day to those who do celebrate and those who do acknowledge the fact that they are fathers, or someone acknowledges that you are their father. So I can appreciate those that are doing their job and being very close with their families, which is a beautiful thing. I thank you for that. Okay, so moving forward, my topic tonight is, do you know what's real? And the reason why I chose that, because last Thursday, when we talked about women being grounded, there was someone who left a message and referenced as far as being real, women being real. And obviously he felt like, women are not real and they did not deserve the time of day, some of them. So I thought that was pretty interesting, which made me realize that, we all have a different idea in reference to what's real. So I thought I would take a look at the definition of real, because it starts there. And the word real has branched into a lot of different areas. Real has also turned into someone else's ability to be in denial about what's going on. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I kind of like to talk about that. Bad experiences. We have had bad experiences, but we got to make sure we are not lumping everybody into the same category. Because when you start lumping everyone into the same category, you will definitely miss your ship that docks in the port. That could be the best thing that you could ever get to know. So this is one thing that we got to be very careful with, that we as human beings, we tend to carry our baggage into another relationship. And we also have a tendency to judge before we even read the book. So that's something that I kind of want to address tonight, that is very important, that we learn to not lump everybody into the same category. And I think it's only fair that we give people the opportunity to prove themselves to be something different before we just flat out say there are no grounded women in the world. Because if we really look around, we're very clear about which woman is grounded and which woman isn't grounded. But there too, reality is everybody has a different view on what is actually real to them. And for me, at age 63 years old, I'm a real woman. I've been a real woman for all my entire life. As soon as I started to date, I came into womanhood, and I've kept it real. And a lot of people have not came into that space. I mean, there are a lot of young people in the categories of 40 and under who are still sometimes trying to find out who they are. And before you know who you are, you can't pass judgment on someone else. And you got to know what you really want from yourself first before you decide that the other person is not what you want. Because that makes a difference as well in our lives. So I got two definitions up there, and I got a little bit of material that I want to kind of get out there. so we can have some open dialogue. And I'm hoping that the people that tuned in last Thursday and didn't have anything to say as far as coming on with a comment, it would be nice if you decide to join in with this conversation. I'd like to know, other people's experiences. I'm always trying to find out other people's experiences. I'm always sharing mine because I got a story. I've been through some things. I know some things. I may not have that master's degree or that PhD, but I have good common sense and a lot of good experience. And I've also passed on my experiences and my knowledge to a lot of people that are way younger than me. And today, they appreciate the guidance and the experience and the knowledge that I've shared with them. So it's kind of important that we take a look at our lives and pass this stuff on to the next young person that is coming into womanhood or even coming into motherhood. Sometimes we got to take a time out to help that young lady to become the best mom that she can be instead of just being pregnant, delivering her baby and trying to figure it out. During that pregnancy or before that pregnancy, we need to have these conversations about real life, because when you have a child, that's real. And if you keep that child, that's even more real. It's a lifetime commitment. So let's open up some dialogue here. I hope everybody can tune in. I thank you, Miss Jones, for coming back. Dre, I hope you're out there. And the rest of the women that have been out there, I'm sure my sister has tuned in and Liz has tuned in. But and for you guys, I definitely want to hear from you. Ron tonight, maybe Mike, hopefully. All right, Raheem.
Hold on, baby. I'm trying to find that what you gave me, the 10 qualities of a real woman.
Okay, well, it's so hot up here. I'm about to faint.
I'm a little warm too.
Yeah, and I got my fan blowing right on me, but it's still very, very warm.
I had to close my door because Chico was barking. The dog was barking. He's still barking. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Well, that's what dogs do. So yeah, anyways, I guess we can continue on with a little bit of more conversation in reference to real. There was, and I'm sure everybody has seen this commercial on TV. I just absolutely love it. But it's a little fella, he's in bed at night, and there is a mascot under his bed. So the mascot, of course, is trying to get him to speak to his mom about buying this particular insurance. That really is not the big deal that I'm talking about. But what happens is when his mom comes into the room, he makes a point to tell his mother that there's a mascot under my bed. And so his mother says to him, "Do you mean a monster?" And so she ends up leaving out of the room. And the little fella says, he leans under the bed and says to the mascot, "I'm sorry, Mr. Mascot, but you have to go now." So my point is, for that little fella, he knew exactly what was under his bed, and he was realistic about it. And his mom, on the other hand, from what she knows, kids typically have monsters under their bed or they're monsters in their closet at nighttime. So I thought that was pretty interesting. For her reality, it could not be a mascot. It had to absolutely be a monster. So that's a part of reality. She saw it differently. He saw it differently. And we all have a different reality. And being in the world of denial is our reality. There are people in the world who will deny that they're alcoholics. And their reality is they're not alcoholics. But to the rest of the world, or the people in that circle, know that they're alcoholics before they realize that they are. And it's the same thing with a person that's on drugs. People will dance around the fact that, "Oh, I just smoke weed. It's not a big deal." But the reality is, for the people around them, smoking marijuana all the time is part of an addiction. So there's another example of what people believe to be real and what people are in denial about. But for them, it is as real as the days are long. And for the person who is witnessing what's going on, have a different set of realities. So that's something that we definitely need to talk about. It's a pretty amazing thing how being in denial can be someone's reality. They're really convinced that this is what's going on. I mean, even, women who are being hit by their man, in their world, he's just doing this because I did something wrong. That's their reality, that they have done something wrong to make him behave like that. So reality is so different for all of us. Absolutely different for all of us. And we gotta take a time to sit back and get honest with ourselves, because that will help us with reality. That's something that's very, very important. So I'm hoping that we're going to get that dialogue going. Top Cat, are you ready? Did you get the information back yet?
I didn't get exactly what you had, but let's catch up with Miss Jones.
Okay. All right. She says, right, and some in their late 50s who don't know who they are. Right? Absolutely. And that's an unfortunate thing. My experience has been that I love too hard. I am a realist, always speak the truth, and very blunt. I'm always very loyal. I have yet to find these same qualities in any relationship that I have been in. Wow. And you know what? And that's real talk. Okay, so Mike says, good evening, everyone. Great topic. I'm here, but working my traffic details. I'll chime in when I get stationary. Okay, thank you. So yeah, getting back to what Miss Jones said, women, and here we are again with the word real, and that's part of our side that wants to be in a relationship with someone that is just like us and pretty much close to us. Yeah, we're never going to have that 50-50. But at the end of the day, I clearly understand what you're saying. And I think all women love too hard. I think we all love too hard. And I think that we love too hard is because it is a natural thing for us to want to be in love and to love someone. That is something that is given to us by nature. That's just who we are. And it is unfortunate that we have to go and kiss a few frogs before we can find our prince. But what I say to you is always, always know he is out there. He is definitely out there. And if you have your guards up, kind of let him relax a little bit, because he just might be right there in your circle and you don't even realize it. I've been through that, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so Miss Jones says, I was in denial that the person who would change and get it together, giving the person chance after chance only to be taken for granted. Oh, been there, done that. And I had to pull out. I had to pull out of a situation, because that is the only way the guy that is meant for you will realize where he's going wrong. And it's so unfortunate that we have to pull out to make a man realize what he's doing, how he's behaving, and it's very unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. I say stand your grounds. I say whatever you want. You do not have to say, I'm going to settle for whatever comes my way, because that is not the way it's supposed to be. And women do have a choice. We absolutely have a choice to deal or not deal. And when you find a man that's being dishonest, this is one thing that I say all the time. Don't take my choices from me. Because if a man tells you something that is not true, okay, he is taking away your choice to say yay or nay. And I do not like a man like that. If the deck of cards that he is dealing is bad, but I want to play the game, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. But if he's not going to deal the deck of cards and be honest about the cards he's dealing, he's taking my choices away. And I don't think anybody has that right. No one has the right to take your choices away. We all get a chance to say yay or nay. Yay or nay.
Okay, you ready for your information?
Okay, you found it. Okay, I was waiting on that. Okay, good. I
What
don't
is it
faint
you
from the
want
heat.
first? You want your definitions first or what?
Well, yeah, I definitely want definitions first. I kind of gave them to you in order.
I don't, but a lot of it.
Okay, you lost it.
I'm gonna
Okay,
give you. No, I'm not
That's
lost
fine.
it. I'm
That's
gonna give you
fine.
what I came up with because a lot of it I couldn't. Okay, no, that ain't what I want.
No.
Hold on, we're gonna go back.
That's okay.
This is what I want right here. This is what we want right here, right?
Let's see.
Okay. Am I sharing the screen?
No.
Hold on. The screen. Okay, share screen.
No, that's not it.
That's the definition.
That's not the one that I want.
I don't think I could really find what you wanted.
Do you want me to just resend it right quick?
But then I gotta retype it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to retype it. Hold on, let's see.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Well.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see something. Okay, I tell you what. Yeah, resend it to me now. Oh, you know what? No, I can go back and look at my phone. No, I can't. No, I got the phone on Instagram right now.
So I can't. You don't want me to send it then?
Because it interrupt the Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. All right. That's fine.
But this is another word. What is another word for real?
Okay. I really want my material.
Okay, hold. I couldn't see. A lot of times, it's hard to find exactly what you might have picked up on the phone, and then what I get on the computer. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, but this is what I can do. I can give you the etymology of the word.
Well, I'll just I have it right here in my hand. I'll just kind of.
But I have instead of finding the 10 positive things about a real woman or whatever you had there, I got one that says 31 positive.
Well, I just want to do something short and sweet. I don't want to go into it.
No, but I'm just you wouldn't have to read it all. Just get the main part out of it.
Yeah, well, mine was just 10, and it's going to be really short and sweet. So that's okay. That's not a problem.
Okay. Well, if you got it on your phone, you can just read it then.
Yeah. Okay. The definition of real: actually existing as a thing, occurring, in fact. Okay. Imagined or supposed. Okay, so then it says a substance or a thing, not let's see. Now see, look at this crazy phone. Okay. Not imitation or artificial. Okay. And genuine. So then the other one, yeah, my phone is so crazy. I'm trying to make okay, so you have the one about the 10, you have that one, or you don't have that?
Remember I said I couldn't get.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. Let me see something. Let me show you what I have, because it might have what you want and more. Okay, what is okay?
Right. Well, I'm trying not to have to read a whole bunch of stuff. I'd rather have conversation.
I'm telling you won't have to read it.
Yeah.
Is the screen sharing yet? Give me a minute. Right. Is it sharing yet?
Right. But I it's okay. Let me just go ahead and say other words for real is genuine, true, authentic, honest.
Go ahead. No, keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
True, authentic, honest, actual, original, unmistakable, and historical. Those are other words for real. So glad I did it this way.
Well, look on the screen here. What do you think about this here?
What's what I'm saying? I want to just do.
No, I'm saying, do you see this on the screen?
Yes.
Because what you sent me was 10 characteristics of a real woman or something, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And this just says 31 positivity character traits of a quality woman, complete list.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure whatever that 10 was should have been in here somewhere. Some of these, what you would think would have been in here, but okay.
That's fine. So the one that I have it's just real simple and basic, because what I'm trying to, I just want to kind of throw it out there, you know.
And yeah, I got you.
How people can see the difference between what they presume to be a woman that is not real or a woman who is real.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me share this. Let me share the etymology. See, when you look up the etymology of a word, it lets you know what the word is. That you? Hitting the microphone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What happened?
Nothing to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Can you read that there, or can you see that?
It's very small.
What about now?
Yeah, see, I've already done with the definition, so I don't need that part. So if you want to just go to the 31.
Okay, what I was trying to get you to see right here is this is the etymology of the word.
Okay.
Let me just say this, and then I'm gonna let you go and do what you're doing. So this is just for further reference for anybody that's looking up meanings of any words. You want to go to the etymology. The reason why you want to go to the etymology, and if you can see can you see my thing moving here? Can you see it moving there? The etymology gives you the definition of the word when it was first invented. So it gives you the true definition before it changed to whatever it may be today. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. But that's good. No, look at them ain't real.
Excuse me.
Look at them ain't real though.
Excuse me.
Okay. I'm about to finish start sharing my screen.
We're not going to do that tonight, sir.
Okay. What? Go ahead. All right.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Okay.
Do what?
Okay, pull yourself together, sir.
Okay, here you go. There you go. Read screen.
Okay. All right, Ron says, hello, everyone. How you doing tonight, Ron? Thank you for tuning in. Definitely appreciate your help last night. Definitely appreciate your help last night. Okay, Miss Jones says agree with you. Okay, she agrees with me. All right, dating is different today. Yes, it is. Absolutely, very different. And sometimes you got to stick with the same evil you know. How about that? Yeah, sometimes you have to stick with the same evil you know.
Okay, but you got your 10 things on your phone, though?
I'm about to read it right now.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Right. You got the floor. Hold on, I'm going to give you a full screen, too. I'm going to give you a full screen so you can go and lay it out, and I'm going to mute myself. How about that?
Ooh, I'll tell you the God's truth. Okay, so number 1, 10 qualities of a real woman. Number 1, a real woman is confident. Okay, so now we're going to talk about being confident. Confident meaning that you walk, you talk, and you display a woman who has herself all together. She's not worried about what the world's opinions are about her. She's doing her thing. And I can appreciate a woman that's standing tall doing her thing. I like to see a confident woman. Okay, so the next one is a real woman is honest and upfront. And as I spoke about honesty a little bit ago, we got to get real. We have to get as real as we can about what we want And that's about knowing yourself. You got to know who you are and what you want, first and foremost, before you can go out and pursue any kind of relationship. And you also have to be able to say, nah, I don't want to deal with that. And I mean, most women are not going to just throw the towel in on one specific thing. Most women will sit back and they will analyze a situation. Most women will give a man an opportunity to pull it together. And if I am wrong about that, I've been wrong for my entire life. Because I believe in trying to find the good in every man or every human being. And that's an important thing. That is definitely an important thing. So women tend to let things build up before she communicates. My advice, and I'm not really, a person to be giving advice, but I say don't let it build up. Don't let things build up. Always be able to confront a situation early. Don't wait until 4 or 5 months have gone by and you're dealing with a situation and you're getting more angry, more frustrated when you should have just, spoke up and said something in the beginning. Because I think if a man knows, that you're unhappy, odds are if he wants this relationship, he's going to do what he needs to do to make you happy. And ladies, if the man doesn't know, don't be afraid to tell him. Because some men don't know. Some men are absolutely clueless. And I say clueless because when they start a new relationship, they're bringing that old baggage into the relationship and thinking because it made that woman happy, it's got to make you happy. But it's different. Every woman is different. Every woman needs something different. I am a woman who does not need to govern my man's every moment of his life. But there are some women who want that. And I guess it could be a turn off and it could be a turn on. I don't know. But for me, I don't want to govern nobody's life. I want the man to be able to know his role. I need him to step into his role. I need him to do what he needs to do. Do what he needs to do. So we gotta be able to say this to this man. Okay, my phone keeps going back. But anyways, a real woman has a healthy handle on her emotions. So we're not getting upset with the man and cutting up his clothes, pouring bleach on him, trying to sabotage his car, breaking out car windows. Though sometimes you get tempted, you feel like that, but that's high school stuff. That's high school stuff. As an adult, you're definitely not going around breaking out car windows because first of all, you're thinking about your own car windows get broke out. Tit for tat. And I know we don't want our windows broke out, so why would we go and break out someone else's car windows? That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So we as women, we cannot go out here and be angry, or we cannot go out here and gather. Oh, Lord have mercy. We cannot go out here and gather information that's going to break your relationship down. We can't do it, ladies. Because as soon as you start going out here gathering information, trying to change the situation, only thing you're going to do is send that man in another direction. Because no one needs the drama. We're adults. So if you're going to go out there and fuel your fire with somebody else's stuff, don't be surprised when he get up and say that's enough of that foolishness. Because I'm a grown man. We're not in high school anymore, ladies. So when we're upset, we need to learn how to sit it down, sit at the round table and do some communicating and tell everybody what's on your mind. And if it's people coming into your life, bringing stuff that is only going to fuel your fire, you guys have heard me say it once before, 1,000 times over. Don't let people fuel your fire. Because fire brings on devastation. Fire brings on devastation. It could be the fall of the empire if you are going to allow people to fuel your fire. I say put the fire out. Put it out. And the person that's lighting the fire, put them out as well. Because every so often, they're going to rear their ugly heads again. So sometimes you got to separate yourselves from people who are willing to fuel a fire. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I am so mature. Till anything that comes my way, I let it roll off my back because I'm a grown woman. I'm not in high school. I keep that in my mind all the time. I'm a grown woman. I might get out of my character, but you better believe I'm going to get back because I don't need the foolishness. Okay, so now here we are with the fourth one. A real woman is strong and independent. You know, we talk about that all the time, and it kind of makes the guys take a step back in reference to us being strong. But we have been put in that position because of our black men. They have left us holding the bag. Hear this, fellas. Please hear this, fellas. You have left your black woman or your wife or your children holding the bag. And that is not a fair thing. And it's not an acceptable behavior. So that makes us turn around and say, hey, I got to stand up, be strong. I got to get through this. And that becomes an issue for the next relationship. And that's something that we definitely want to be aware of, stuff like that. And, seeking our independence has never been our choices. You know, back in the day when our parents were together, her role was to be at home with the family and the children. Okay. Now it's absolutely unheard of for the man to be at home with his family and his children. So that means that black woman has to get out, find her a job, buy her a car. She's got to maintain that car, maintain herself, and if she has children, she got to maintain them as well. We don't want men in our lives that are not going to help us and keep us strong and allow us to have our independence, but be right there to help us in any kind of way that we need it. Because being independent does not mean you don't need a man. You might be independent as getting up and going to work, but you want that man in your life. You want to come home to that man. We want our black men to be there for us, even though we are independent, meaning that we're getting up, paying our own bills and taking care of our business. You know, there are black women out here that will take their man out to dinner and be glad to take him out to dinner. I'm that way. You see a soup that you want to get your man, you get that soup for him. But at the end of the day, he is not to take that for granted. And our black men, little stink pots, they tend to do that a lot. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Okay, so a real woman has patience. And that is one of the things that I was speaking about earlier, is that, you know, we as women, we try very hard to do the right thing. And we try to give that man that opportunity to fix his situation. That's part of being patient. Being patient means that, you know, because your man wasn't able to give you anything as far as helping you out financially this week, but you don't get mad at him because he has bills and responsibilities as well. You be patient. And the expectation will be, I'm sure that man will know the following week, he's going to have to do his part. He's going to have to help you out. So be patient. Don't be so quick to fly off the handle. This man ain't doing nothing for me. Give him a chance. Give that man an opportunity to do something for you. We got to keep ourselves in a space where, you know, a man love it when we need him. They love that. I love needing my man. I'm always saying, help me. And ladies, if you know like I know, you better learn how to use those words. Help me. Help me. I don't is, help me. Because a man like to know you need his help. And make him feel good to know that he's helping you. So come on, ladies. Let's say to our black men, help me. Help me. I like the way that sounds. And I might not need much help, but I tell you, whatever help he gonna give me, I want it. No matter how small it is, ladies, we gotta learn how to be humble in that area. We gotta swallow our pride a little bit and say, help me. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You like to feel like you need him. And we do need him. Okay, so the next one is a real woman shares the right amount of drama. So in this area, this is referencing, I had a bad day today, and I feel like slapping the out of my coworker or my supervisor, okay? Or my girlfriend pissed me off. Share those things with him. That's okay. But don't share gossip. You know, I am a person who likes to share firsthand experience. I don't like to go into a situation where someone told me this or I heard that. It's very childlike, ladies. It's very childlike. If you didn't get it firsthand, it's childlike to even bring it to the table. Let's be careful with that, ladies. Let's be very careful with that. And it's the same thing with the men. You know, don't go and get yourselves self-indulged with gossip. Because the only thing it's going to do is cause division. If you're doing it with the wrong one. See, I myself, a herd of wild horses can't drive me away from what I want to do. But some people that run off real easy. I'm not the one. I'm going to stay until the cows come in, no matter what I have in my mind to do, whatever my goal is to do. I'm not easily deterred. And like I say all the time, you know, people are not as strong as I am. But there are some out there that are as strong as I am. And I expect you to stand firm on what you want, what you believe in. It's very important, ladies. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay. A real woman has defined purpose. Okay, and that's all a part of who you are. When you look in the mirror, you have goals. You have set some goals and you have accomplished some goals. And you're ready to move on to the next area in your life. Ladies, let's not be afraid to do that, okay? I'm always saying we need to learn how to take a leap out on faith. You know, we need to learn how to trust what's within our own selves. Perfect example, you know, Raheem tossed me into this co-host position, never dreaming in a million years that I'd be doing this, you know, and I was a little bit intimidated. I was a little bit afraid, and I'm still learning, you know, and then when I got that to a science, then he tossed me into doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. I was a little bit intimidated. I was a little bit concerned, but it's a learning process. And since I've been doing this, I'm really elated about doing it. And I go back and I always look at how many people have viewed, and it makes me feel so good to know that the chart is climbing. That's what I call it. I call it the chart. It makes me feel good to know that I have at least reached somebody. More than just one person, multiple people. And I so appreciate my audience. It makes me feel good to know that we have people out there, and I'm going to pray that it's our people that are following us and want to see this channel be successful. And I can say I would love to have the people who are viewing. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. As he always says, it's not going to cost you anything. It's just to help us to move further, you know, with what we're trying to do. We want to reach so many lives. And having subscribers will also help us to climb that ladder to reach the people that we want to reach in this world. I mean, we got, just here in the United States, there are plenty of people that we need to reach. So we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, a real woman is secure. So now, being secure within your own self, and I'm always saying to you ladies, I'm better than that. When you go out here and you see someone running amok or looking like Who Shot John and don't do it again, look at your own self and say, I'm better than that. And as long as you say you're better than that, you will move beyond what you ever dreamed. Just knowing that you are better than that. And you are going to make someone else look at you and say, wow, I want to be like that. Because it's not all doom and gloom, ladies. And we're out there. We definitely have to conduct ourselves in a manner in which the young people are going to look up to us. They're going to have respect for us. And when they start respecting the seniors, they're going to learn that they should be respecting their peers just as much. And when you find yourself respecting your peers, you want to love your peers. You want to make sure your peers are all right. When you see your peers going in the wrong direction, you're not going to sit back and say, oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you, because it might be just your choice of words that may make that person say, wow, I'm better than that. I don't need to be doing that. I'm not in high school no more. You know, I'm 25, 26 years old. I'm 30, I'm 40 years old. I'm better than that. It's time for us to grow up and be adults. So that way we can influence these young people, because of our behavior. I just recently got a look at some videos on Instagram, and it was, first of all, embarrassing and absolutely appalling that we have people out here that are just willing to do any old thing. There's no privacy about what they are doing with their lives and their bodies. And these young people are thinking that this is a way of life. This is a way of life. And that could not be further from the truth. And people don't realize, these young girls may not realize that what you do on Instagram, what you do on Facebook, when you get to a point where you're starting to look for a job, they're going to look at your Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, or whoever you are associated with as far as social media is concerned. And if they find some stuff on there that's not appropriate, well, never mind the job. You're out. You don't even get the interview. So we got to be careful. We got to make our young folks realize that though you may see this foolishness on the internet, that's exactly what it is. It's foolishness, and it does not belong in our lives. Let the other races do the foolishness. We don't need to do the foolishness. We need to be self-respecting. We need to pass that on to our young people, because we've been exploited forever. You guys hear me talking about that all the time. We have been exploited forever by other people. Now we are so very willing to exploit ourselves. And that's worse yet, because you are doing that willingly. A lot of times people were exploited in the past because there was no other way. No other way. They were forced to exploit themselves. But now we're doing it willingly to our own selves. And I don't think there could be anything worse. So ladies and gentlemen, we're better than that. And if I had it my way, I'd shut all that stuff down. If I was sitting there screening the material that's coming through the internet, I would be no. I'd take it off. I would not let it go. But there are people out there who don't have the respect for the Black race. They think we're savages. They think we're hoodlums. They think we're running amok and we're not going to amount to much of anything. So that's why they let that stuff stay on there, so they can keep us down. Ladies and gentlemen, That's a perfect way to keep us down. And we don't want that anymore. I mean, we want to rise above and we want to shine throughout the world, not just here in the United States. But at some point, we all have to step up and take responsibility. We really got to do that. So when you see this foolishness on the internet, you need to make sure you're not spending any time with it. No time with it at all. Okay, so let's move into the next one. Okay, a real woman is there. So that's something that is very important. You got to be there for yourself, first and foremost. You got to be there for your babies, your husband, your man, your family. Because we have gotten away from being there for our families, our babies, our husbands, our man. We've gotten into a world that is about me all the time. Never mind someone else's issues. And I want us to get away from that. I want us to get back into the space where I need to be there. I need to be there. Even though sometimes we get tired, we get aggravated, but we really and truly need to go back to being there for our people, our mothers, our fathers, our children, aunts, uncles, cousins, whoever it is that might be in need. We got to be there for them. So let's move on to the next one. I should have been telling you which numbers we're on. Okay, so the last one, which is the sweetest one, okay? A real woman. Hear this, ladies. Hear this, ladies. A real woman values a real man. So we all have a different outlook on what a real man is. Okay? But if you're in my category, my age group, you know what a real man is. And there are some men in our group that are very childlike. Okay, those are the ones you don't fool up with. Okay, but you know, the For Real team is going to really make a big effort, a very big effort to help educate our young men and help them to grow up and to become real men. Okay, and I mean, it's such a broad spectrum of what a real man is. But a real man has his own mind, okay? A real man has a mind that when he makes up his mind to do something, he's going to take care of his business. He's going to make sure that woman he's dealing with is okay. Even if it's just a phone call to say, baby, how you doing today? Or I ain't heard from you.
Yeah, I do.
A real man is going to take care of himself. He's going to recognize that as he starts to age, health is going to become his priority. And he is also going to want the woman that he's dealing with to be conscious of her own health as well. I mean, let's face it. I went to the doctors today and I have not been on the scale in 6 months. And I gained 2 pounds, which for some people says, oh, well, 2 pounds is nothing. 2 pounds leads to 3, 4, 5. Before you know it, 10 pounds. So I got to get a handle on that right now. So that man that is in your life, respect him. Respect this man. Okay? Let him be the man that he is intended to be. A lot of us women want to be the man. Want to be the man. And I'm telling you, ladies, that's not your job to be the man. It is not your role to be the man. It is not your job to try to make this man cower down and do what you want him to do. Okay? Yes, ladies, if he's going to make a bad decision and you can see it clearly, you can sit that man down and you can say to him, look, honey, this is what I think. And this is how I feel. And at the end of that conversation, ladies, You have to say to that man, you know how I feel, but you got to make your own choice. Make your own choice. And don't get mad if he chooses something that you didn't want. Because in the end, that man is doing what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to go out there and take that chance, take that risk to better himself and his family. If it's not life-threatening, let him be that man. That's important, ladies. We've gotten away from that, but we need to do that, and we need to not try to drag our man into a bunch of things that don't need to be there. Okay, we got to be very careful with that. That's an important thing. Let that man be a real man. And you can look at your own fathers. Me at age 60, I can look back at my father and I know exactly what a real man is all about. And I'm not going to say that there's no such thing that a 40-year-old man or a 30-year-old man does not know what it's all about to be a man. There are some young men out here that are definitely stepping up the plate, and they are handling their business. Just last night, I saw a nice little young family, looked like they had 5 babies, but they looked like they were so cute and happy, and they were downtown together. And I said, wow, that's a beautiful thing. That man is taking care of his family, and the wife is right there doing what she needs to do for her babies and her family. So let him be a man. Let that man be a man. And don't get upset and want to walk out because he's made some decisions that don't make you happy. And if it's a time when a relationship is ending, if that man is making that choice, respect it. Respect that choice that he's making, because at the end of the day, if you don't have that respect for the choice that he is making, there's no point in turning around and wanting to make his life a living hell, because it can go both ways and things can turn real bad real soon. So there we are. We got Mike on the screen. We only find about 2 real friends in a lifetime. And sometimes we lose those real friends, that's including family. So you have to cherish those relationships when you do find those people. Oh my God, that is absolutely the truth. You're right. Absolutely the truth. Because, you know what? I've had friends for life, and I have one friend that I actually had to cut ties with. And this is a friend that I've known since elementary. She was in our lives for such a long time. She became another sister. But because of a lack of respect, I had to cut her go loose. And then that was just the worst thing in my life. But at the same time, as Ron said, as Mike is saying, that, this is a lifetime thing. And we need to value these relationships and have that respect. Have that respect and support each other. We gotta support each other. Yes, we do. Thank you, Mike, for that. Women take men for granted as well. Me, Ron, and Top recently spoke about this. A man can provide all a woman needs, and she'll still cheat with a man that will give her nothing but disrespect her. You know what? And that is the truth. There are some women out here that only want forbidden fruit. And if she runs across a man that wants to give her everything, there are some women that just don't connect to that. And, for the like of me, I don't understand that. But they are out there, and I've yet to really sit down and speak to the woman who has that mindset. I don't have people in my circle like that. Okay, Mr. Nice. Hello, all. How you doing? Glad you're here tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Top, how you feel about this?
Well, you put it out there. You went on for about an hour. I was like,
well, you always said you don't know how to hold a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah. But sometimes you can put too much. People have to write things down to remember.
Well, this is the whole thing in a nutshell. For the average person, what hits home hits home.
Yeah, ain't no
That's gonna
busting.
stick with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, I got what you were saying. I mean, I got the main parts. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I got. You know what I'm saying? Is Ron still in the house? I wonder if Ron's still in the house. He ain't said nothing.
Okay, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna send Ron an invite, see if he want to come on and tackle you. Oh, here go my brother Leon. This my brother Leon. This one of my brothers Leon. Matter of fact, this is Leon, baby. His son and Lil John grew up together. You might remember. Remember, he was a little light skinned kid, stayed down the street from Rita now.
I probably do if I see him. Yeah. Okay.
This is daddy.
Hi.
Hello.
Is you on mute?
Okay,
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hardly barely see you because the way the sun is reflecting off that big pretty buildings over
around.
behind.
I'm trying to move around so you can see me.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Yeah, that looks like that might be a little better.
Yeah.
We were reflecting off that big pretty building. It was reflecting, the sun was reflecting off that big pretty building that was behind you.
Yeah, you know how we do it.
Yeah.
It's 94 degrees here.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's 94 degrees here today.
Okay, my brother.
Well, thank you for tuning in. That's beautiful. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I told Top I was writing down what you say so I can give you, because we can have 100 men on here, but I would be all there if I would tell you me a top story, and I'm a real man for real daddy, all that.
All right.
So I was writing down, why is my screen? There's too much sun in here.
You cool, you better than what you was.
Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah. It's like 90 degrees here too. Oh God.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Take that down.
Yes,
A
sir.
little bit. Yeah, but I was really interested in what you were saying, so I told Top I was writing them down.
Okay.
I miss about 4 of them, but I had to be honest. You don't, and I'm 63, so you know, me and Top in the same category.
All right.
You don't
Real
find
talk.
women like that out here. You know, you just don't. I mean, like I said, I think I got the top 4. Confidence. Now you'll find some women that are confident, but what are they confident in? Just themselves. You know what I mean? And then I always say, real is what you do. When we talk about our children, it isn't so much them. It's like Bernie Mac used to say, it's the punk ass parents. You know what I mean? I had and Top know I got 3 kids. I had legal custody of all of them. I got my son when he was 5.
Beautiful.
Top son is his best friend. My daughter, my first daughter when she was 8, my other daughter when she was 6. And it wasn't, and people say, and I'm gonna talk about women. It wasn't that mine, because I only got 2 kids. My 2 daughters are by one. My son was by my ex-wife, so there ain't no baby mama. That was my ex-wife.
Right.
And she wasn't pregnant when we got married. So, but
that's good.
I had, and it wasn't that people say, how did your mamas let them babies stay with you? Because I had 2 beautiful women. I always do a shout out to them for Mother's Day. That it wasn't about, the only thing, the main thing it was about was our kids. Top know that, because his relationship was about that anyway. It wasn't about anything else. I never paid no child support. I never asked them to pay no child support. It was about our kids. I was in a better financial situation than their moms, a better school district. I mean, my daughters was living on 74th and Superior, and I was in a $500,000 house in Sagamore Hills. So where should they go?
Okay.
And then they went. You know, I just came back from my daughter's birthday. My ex-wife was there with her dude.
Mm-hmm.
My two daughters' mother was there with her dude. Kids need to see love.
Yes.
They don't need to see because we didn't make it. Now you mad. Now you gonna take him to court and you gonna do this and you gonna do this, or he mad because you got a new nigga. No.
Right. That's that drama I was talking about. Right.
With both of my two kids' mother.
Right.
They've never seen me and their mother argue in front of them. Never.
Right.
I used to tell my ex-wife, when you got something, when we get in the bedroom and he sleep, let's talk about it.
There you go.
But that's the problem that kids need to see love. And I'm gonna say this about when I said the punk ass parents. I had my daughter, and she was 8, I think. I lost relationship because females call me. I want to come over. Well, you can't come over. My daughter ain't sleep.
Right.
And then I'll be tapping their ass at 6 o'clock that you got to get out before my daughter get up. You see? Because here's what happened. I see some stuff on Twitter that's amazing. Beautiful young women. Showing guys, showing their face, asking to meet up in the car. But see, here, and then we want to talk about them, but here's what happens. You be a parent, and I'm gonna start with women and the men. With the women first, and you raising your daughter. You got 10 or 15 different guys coming in every night, jumping up and down with you. You know what I mean? What your daughter's gonna do? Mama did it.
That's what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying? And then the brothers, when we talk about, and I have nothing against gay. I got a sister that's gay and this and that. But what happens is the men wasn't raising them.
Right.
And then they see all this craziness from their mama, because that's who they stand with, and that's what happens.
Yes.
So we have to take some accountability. And I'm gonna say this for me, because we all have sinned. That's book. I have too. Me and Top's upbringing, we was in the streets.
Yes.
We was in the streets. My daddy was a pimp and a real estate broker and sold drugs. My mother was a total Christian. I was like, how you with this nigga? And then my parents told me one day, they sat me down and they said, look, keep niggas out your relationship. Because I didn't understand how they was together. He said, whatever me and your mama decide to do, this is what we do. We can decide to be swingers if we want to. But keep us out your relationship.
Right.
So nowadays, at this age, like I said, I'm 62. But and I live in Denver. Life is fantastic, but you don't know what's real. You go out, you go to dinner, you take them out, you spend, and then they'll come up here and see the penthouse and see this and that. So you don't really know what's real, because and then they get it twisted. I want a partner, not a dependent. My kids is grown. I can do this shit all by myself. But if you bring something to the table and we get it together, and I'm not saying this because a man should uplift his woman. He should uplift her in some kind of way. He should be, and it's not what you say, it's what you do. You should be able to walk in here, see this motherfucking apartment, see them 5 cars in the garage, see this, and then that should inspire you, and then I should be able to uplift you in some way where you can be an asset. I run a finance department for the mayor's office here in Denver, and so I got some license stuff. I want to do this supper club. Not you don't get no chicken wings in there, where you gonna have some $200 meals for entertainment and things like that. And so the mayor said to me, he said, I got all my licenses. He said, the only thing I'm gonna say to you is, I don't want you out front, because if something go down, just say something happened. They're gonna say, "Oh, that's the mayor's finance director." So the girl that I was previously dating, but this was a game changer. This was an end all be all. Wasn't making no money, wasn't doing that. I said, "Hey, I need you to run this club." You know, we have football players that have VIPs and all of that stuff that we charge a month. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to be working on a bar. Well, you ain't doing shit now.
Yeah.
You know, because I can't be in the office at 9 o'clock in the morning and be at this restaurant club till 1. So I just think as though when I was listening to what you were saying and I was writing them down as much as I could, and the one that I really, really liked was a real woman values a real man. And that's exactly what I was just explaining. Here I am showing you, not showing you by telling you, but I'll say a real man, he shows a woman by showing her by what he does.
Right.
What he does in his life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you want a bottom ass nigga that's, somebody said this to me the other day. A nigga live with his mama. Well, you rather fuck with a nigga that live with his girl than live with a nigga that live with his mama. So I mean, I'm just saying it's just a lot of things that the older people have stopped off. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that. Me and Top was in the street. I mean, totally in the street. I done been in penitentiary 4 times. Thank God I got the job that I got, but God says he can do things. And we was both in the streets and been to the penitentiary and did all that. But we had sons that are best friends that we would stump a mud hole in their ass today. Today. Both of them will not raise up, will not say that, because they know they ain't cut like us.
Right.
They know they're not cut like us. You know, we come from a different mold, but we made life better for them. Top took his grandson. When you ain't doing the right thing, you don't deserve to have this young black man. So let me take him and let me lead him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, I had a men's ministry in Cleveland. Just trying to get, we would have breakfast like once a month. And you say, well, I ain't got no son, man. Well, you work with a young boy. You as a boy live down the street. They don't know if they don't know. See, it takes it takes a real man for a boy to be 16. Right. It takes a real man for a boy to be 25. Yes. You see what's happening with our generation now? The old men are gone. Because some of the shit that these young boys do, I seen you say something about respect. These young girls and women don't respect us.
I know, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, they but it's because of the lack of respect and the discipline that we had on their ass. I stuck a mud hole in my son today, and I know Top will too. We got to do the right thing. We have to, as older people, because what we don't have now, and we the older ones now.
That's right.
We are.
I had grandfather and great grandfather that would put foot down in my ass and would sit me. You used to go to the corner on Carnegie and Cedar and talk to a wino, give him a couple dollars. He'd give you some street shit because he'd been on that corner for 30 motherfucking years. These young niggas ain't listening to you.
Right.
And you know you can whip us. We have so much respect for them. These young niggas ain't listening to you because they don't have no respect for them.
Right.
And it's the same thing. I'm saying niggas, but I'm just saying whether they girls, boys, whatever, they just don't.
I know. Very unfortunate.
And they don't know that. I was watching that CNN thing last night. That was one of the most beautiful things I saw on TV in a long time. They had for the Juneteenth.
Oh, okay, for the Juneteenth.
CNN had a special.
Okay.
That's the best thing I seen on TV. You would have thought it was black TV. You know, Fox didn't do it. But so I just think as older people, we gonna have to take some more responsibilities and step up and be like our grandparents or great grandparents was.
Yeah.
That's our plan. That is our plan.
You know, that's what I think. And then it ain't enough conversations like this. You know, I'm gonna start to share with some of the people I know, especially the ones that can bring analysis situations, because one of the problems, one of the things being from Cleveland, I left Cleveland 8 years ago, but Cleveland just don't work for me. You know what I mean? I'll be here and I'll be friends with y'all. It's only 7 o'clock here. When I'm here in Denver, I'm in bed by 8:30. I'm up at 5 without an alarm clock. I'm in the gym at 6. I'm gonna be in Cleveland this Friday.
Okay.
Guarantee the days every day I'm there, I'm gonna be at a bar, somebody drinking. Because that's what my friends do there. They call, man, let's go have a drink. You know, so it just doesn't, it's not, it's not. And as you get older, you gotta take care of your body.
Tell me about it.
You can't be jumping up and down, jumping up and down every night. Because we big mama now. We big mama and big daddy.
That's right. Most definitely.
You know, so but it's good. Me and Top been together for a long time through the good, the bad, and still here.
Right.
You know, and
the work is yet to be done.
Still be here, but I just want to say I appreciate it listening to you, because normally Top, I cut it off, but your conversation was real.
Yeah.
I just wish them women was real.
Right.
Well, you know what?
I'm
trying to encourage it. I'm trying to encourage it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change the dynamic.
You need to bring some of your girls in there. Mike, you look like you got something to say there. I want to just hold the floor.
I was going to ask you, my brother, when you said you had custody of your kids, were you married to that woman?
The first
Can you hear me?
I was my son was born first. I was married to her. I was actually in the Air Force living in Virginia. And I got married, out of high school, 3 years out of high school. I was in the Air Force. Then we had a kid. I wanted to do 20 years. She wanted to come home. And then I told her, I said, look, because I'm always, one of the things you said, the young lady said about being real, I'm always real. I said, look, if we go back to Cleveland, we not going to be married. 2 of my best friends was the biggest drug dealers in Ohio, Milky and Daryl Hall, he daddy. Am I lying, Top? So I knew what I was going to do if I came back to Cleveland. And so I came back. Marriage lasted a year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was married to that one. Now my 2 daughters, my 2 daughters are about the same lady. We was engaged, but we never got married.
Okay.
But that's was. But as I said, it wasn't like I have 2 great kids, Mom, and we don't have no beef, never have, no nothing, but we just couldn't make it.
But it's nice you still have that
That's
level
it.
of
No
respect.
harm, no foul. I can say this: if both of them, either one of them, need anything, I got them. Because and that's, as a man, one thing we have to understand, instead of just jumping up and down, when you do that, there's a chance that you can have a child. And I was raised by my dad. When you have a child, that child is not only responsibility, that woman is too, because whatever affects that woman is going to affect your child. Now, I'm not saying I'm just going to be no fool for my baby's mama when she got a nigga or this and that. But if she called me, because I know the relationship I have with him, hey, I need this, I got her if I can.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's going to affect my kids one way or another, whether it's emotionally. My kids are grown now, but they love their mom to death.
Right. That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I'm still just looking for the sister that this young lady was talking about, because I don't where they at.
Well, you know what? I appreciate you coming in and supporting.
Yeah.
I believe it's beautiful.
Yeah, we gotta find them. Ain't that right, Tom? That right, Tom? We gotta find them. We wouldn't be sitting around here single.
There you go. Yes, sir.
We wouldn't be sitting around here single. You know? Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe you
sir.
really like a little piece of
Everybody,
mind.
especially when you get older, everybody wants that mate. Everybody wants
Yeah,
that mate.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful
Well, when you
thing.
get
ain't
older-
it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh man. Hey,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
the Bible says you
Yeah,
find a
that's
wife,
right.
you find a good thing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know?
Right.
But
Oh yeah. It's supposed to
yeah,
be.
Mike, I've heard you on here a couple times. Let's see, you always chime in.
Yeah, they, you know, I try to put my flavor on it, man. You know, I've been
Yeah.
married 23 years, and I kind of went through a situation with my daughter's mama. You know, back in the day.
Uh-huh.
You know, once you know, she was lazy, nasty, man, kept a nasty house. So, you know, I bounced. You know, and because I wanted
Right.
more out of life, and but you know, I hated that I walked out of the house, and my daughter at the time, she was about 18 months old, and but I knew
Okay.
that I couldn't have a successful life with that woman. You know what I'm saying? And man, that girl gave me the blues, man. When I bought my first house, child support was sending me letters threatening to put me in jail, man. And I mean, I was paying child support and paying daycare at the time, you know. And man, that woman gave me the blues, man. When I tried to start a business, I mean, child support was calling. You know what I'm saying? So
You
I
see,
had to.
that's exactly what I was just talking about.
Mhm.
The skern and the venom against you.
Right,
Instead
right,
of-
right.
This my kid's father. Let me let this nigga get some money because you don't have to take us to court if we got it.
That's
Oh,
it.
right.
You gonna get
Mhm.
it. I was just saying, I'm gonna have my kids and their mom. But when you female you through what she keeping you from getting some motherfucking money.
Yeah, right,
So
right.
she wants you broke. Make that make
Right.
sense.
Because you know, some man, I had
You know,
to.
and that's what, and that's another thing that's different than men and women. See, scoring woman, you gonna know it. We don't do that emotional shit. We gonna just hate your ass and hold that shit right in.
Right.
You know, here you is trying to
Uh-huh.
block me from getting money, and we got a kid.
Right. And you know, my brother, you know, I had to make business decisions on child support. You know what I'm saying? On how they gonna come after me. You know what I mean? So I had to wait to get in the business world until she got 18, because I knew they was gonna come after me when I started generating
So
a lot of income.
let me ask you this: How much
Mhm.
money you think you lost waiting?
Maybe
You don't want to even think about it, do you?
maybe
don't even wanna think about it.
250,000, maybe. Yeah,
I would say
maybe
$1 million.
250,000. Oh yeah.
You say 250, that's probably about
Well,
a
I
million.
was,
You say that too.
I
I'll
was
say
just
$1
starting
million.
out.
That's what I say. If
Yeah,
you say
yeah,
50,000, I say a million.
It's possible.
yeah.
Definitely
Right,
possible.
See, we gonna, you know what? See, we gonna think of the lowest, not the lowest number, but a number we feel comfortable with, so we don't think we miss too much.
Right,
We gonna let him hang with that 250,
Right,
because he don't want to think about that motherfucking million.
right.
right.
But that's crazy.
And you know,
That's
but you know
crazy.
something sad, man, that the black relationships is like that, man, because what benefits me gonna benefit my daughter, and that's her daughter.
Exactly.
You can't get what I'm saying, but she couldn't get that.
Mhm.
You know
Because
what I'm
she's
saying?
thinking about me. That's why she's thinking
Right,
about
right.
me.
Yeah, kind of like you said, Top. We became a selfish people.
There you go.
You know, when you
Yeah.
use that term a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so man, I mean, I had the roughest time, man, when I bounced it. That girl didn't want me to be successful, man. She fought against it. But my wife now, man, she's always been supportive, man, And I don't think I'd be in the position I am now without her, man.
Right.
You know, supporting me.
Mm-hmm.
That take a real man to say what you just said, because a lot of niggas ain't gonna say that. They ain't gonna get everybody credit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know
that take a real. You know, and it kill me when I hear a real man. This a real. You can't tell me what a real man is. If I can look and see.
That's it. There you go.
You know
there
what
you
I mean?
Go.
Father's Day was Sunday. Father's Day was Sunday. You'll see. Happy Father's Day to the real man. You don't see that shit on Mother's Day.
That's it.
As if all mothers was good.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know, and it comes back to what you just said, that respect, and that love for one another. But upbringing has a lot to do with it.
Yes, it does.
You know, your upbringing.
Yeah. No,
But you know something too, man. And you know something too, my brother. I mean, I believe the stereotype they got out here on black men. You know that. I think that's by design. The government don't put that out there. That black man ain't no good. Man, some good brothers out here, man. I done ran to a lot of good brothers and love their children, man.
You just brought something up to me that I'm gonna share. I was amazed. I was we talked about this girl that I was dating here, and these sisters out in Denver is different. They but anyway, always had problems with a car and using my car, this and that. So I bought a second car. This ain't yours, but you can use it because we ain't living together, and some things, a lot of red flags, from the beginning. But anyway, she had a 2019 Audi. Let me use it. I'm gonna pay for it, or we'll start off. She's gonna pay the insurance on both our cars. That never happened. So the relationship end. The relationship end. And come on, Top. You can't have my car. She said, "Well, I'm gonna pay for it, but my daddy gonna give you." I said, "Well, you can pay for it, but you can give me the $2,000 I put down and the $2,500 I pay. So you $4,500 in the red, and you can take it." Well, my daddy gonna give me the $4,500. Well, come on, what I look like, a motherfucker? Why would your daddy give me $4,500 and just go get you a new motherfucking car? But anyway, it got bad, and I said, the old meat kick in because it don't take that much for that old nigga to come back. Praise God, I'm on my knees, and this is something. I said, man, I'm gonna da this bitch. My son said, "Dad, you didn't get my son too far in life to go back to where you been. Take that girl to court." I took her to court, right? And this is going back to what you was just saying, Mike. And we went through a trial. She was saying I did this in Texas and this, and the judge, a white lady, she said in the close of the argument, she said, "You know what? I was amazed. I always hear that you can't find a good black man. But during this trial, by your testimony alone, you had a fantastic black man. Took care of you, took care of your kids who wasn't his, provided you a car, did this and that." Because she was trying to tell the judge that the car was a gift. Fuck, I'm giving you a gift and I'm paying notes on it. And the judge said, "But you had a great black man." And I was told that there was no good black man out here. Now the gift that you had was you had that truck for 2 years and didn't pay shit. She didn't say shit, I'm just saying pay shit. Get a bail up them damn keys. So I give my truck back. She cussing me out in court. I said, "Hey babe, I just called you an Uber. Go ask something." But that was just something when you was talking about how we get misconstrued about how we are. That white lady said that. She said that. Yeah, I heard it wasn't no good black men, but during this testimony, you had a fantastic one.
So she described a great one.
Right. But something, man, that goes all that goes all the way back to Good Times. Do y'all remember how
Ain't no question.
James was portrayed in Good Times?
Yeah.
He was always out of work, looking for a job, couldn't get a job.
That's what
You
it
know
was
what I'm
for.
saying?
That's what it was for.
But see,
That was
the
the
problem
that
that
was
we
the
have
change
is
going on right then.
Mm-hmm.
with
And
Good
then if you
Times,
go
all
back,
that is
and then if you go
we
back,
have a white man
Go ahead,
describing
my brother.
us.
Mhm.
That's right.
Right.
You
There
know
you
what I
go.
mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like they
Right.
put Bill Cosby on, and the white folks did a thing of Bill Cosby, and look at that nigga.
Right.
He drugging women,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
But Bill Cosby played that role for the see them white people they get you out of character, let you be one of theirs, because what a lot of blacks don't, and it happens until you get over to the white folks, you can't get no money. You just
Right,
can't.
right.
You know, I look at Steve Harvey and all he do, man. I know at least 5 guys that went to Springville with Steve Harvey
Mhm. Mhm.
that he dog. He see him like he don't even know them.
Yeah.
You know?
But see, I come out St. Clair with him, but that's why I was there before I come on that side. You dig
Yeah,
what I'm
he act
saying?
like
So
he don't even know the niggas.
Yeah, he knew my uncle them. You dig? He was to school with my uncle them. He
Yeah.
went to Glenville with my uncle them.
I give him no respect
Yeah.
because he and then I look at a guy like LeBron. And you know, my godfather Noah had the gas station on Sunoco where all the football players and basketball players used to be. Now, Rich Paul, his main dude, the one that's engaged to Adele now, that nigga come from St. Clair and he got Adele.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
LeBron,
right. Mhm.
Rich Paul used to shoot dice with us up at the Sunoco. He was a street dude. He was an artist. The way he hooked up with LeBron was he was in the airport and he had a LeBron shirt on that he had made. And LeBron said, "Man, I want that shirt. Who did that?" He said, "I made it." That's how he get on with LeBron. LeBron had his dudes, his main 3 dudes, the Horsemen. But Rich Paul wasn't the dude he grew up with.
Right.
So
right.
he like, okay, I'm gonna trust him. Send him to college. Now they got the biggest sports market in Cleveland. This is a nigga from St. Clair.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I get LeBron.
I mean, I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta give it to LeBron because all them cats he grew up with is millionaires now. He
Yeah,
brought all
yeah.
them cats with him.
You know what he did? He this girl I used to work with is his wife's best friend. And when his and I give his mother respect. She was out smoking.
Yo, was.
LeBron over them dude's house. You know, and LeBron would stay there and she would go out and do what she did to make what happened. And LeBron said, y'all ain't gonna never have to want for nothing. This man building schools. You know, I can't say it. I mean, I hate he left Cleveland. I'm gonna boo his ass every time he come back because I'm a Cavs fan. But you can't say he don't have no drum. LeBron had one spectacular drum with what's her name? What's the newscaster name? Cat.
Yeah, I forget her name. Yeah.
She in Atlanta now.
Yeah, because
that's supposed to be his baby.
Yeah, he showed disappeared. She disappeared. So
that's supposed to be
Yeah.
In Atlanta. That's supposed to be his baby.
Okay.
What was her name, man?
I forget her name.
Black girl. She was on channel 19.
She was on 43.
19. She was on 19.
But the 19, okay. I know it's one of them, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought 43, but I know you're talking about.
But he handled it like a champ.
Yes.
He probably gave her 100 million, said, get going.
Right.
And you ain't heard nothing else about it.
No, you ain't. Yeah, you took care of that.
It's not what you do, it's just how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, but Mike, I gotta give you some peas, man. 23 motherfucking years. It ain't a whole lot of black folk that can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know something, man, I saw that from my parents, man. My parents was married 52 years before my dad passed away.
Man.
You know, my mom's still living.
52 years?
52, yeah. I saw that, man. I saw him get up. I saw him get up and go to work every damn day. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like what Top said, they punched that white man's clock, but I saw that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My old man didn't have to tell me how to be a.
Yeah,
my old man didn't have to tell me how to be a man. I saw it.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's the difference.
You know, I asked my great grandfather. He was married to my great grandmother for 70 years. I said, man, how you
70? Oh, yeah.
Somebody
That's
for
beautiful.
70 years? He said, you know what? He said, every day I wake up, I say, how can I put a smile? And this is what he said, his exact words. How can I put a smile on this bitch face day? And if she doing the same thing, y'all gonna make it.
All right, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
He said he did that every day. That was his mission, to put a smile on this bitch face every day.
Right, right.
You know, but you just don't. Nowadays, I mean, 23 years, you got to have that. I can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, something goes back to what Mary was talking about real. When you find that real person, man, you got to hold on to that person, because you might not never find that person again.
How do you know? How do you know? And I'm asking you and Mary, how do you know that what's real? How do you know what's real?
Well,
Time will tell.
I kind of knew it early, man. Because I was kind of kicking it back in the day, and I was dating about 3 girls all at the same time, and you know, I kind of used to go out. We used to go out to dinner, and I took all 3 of them out to dinner or whatever. But she was the only one to grab the check and say, "I got it tonight."
Okay.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, man, this girl is different.
Mm-hmm.
I had never experienced a woman grab a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've had that once or twice, but not once or twice, and I'm 62. You know, so once every 30
Just
years.
talk about that.
Right. So she grabbed that check, man. I said, man, she looked different. I need to keep my eye on her. And she was dating a guy at the time. And she had her own little place. She had no kids. And we got pretty cool. And she gave me a key to her apartment.
Wow.
I said, what you gonna do with this dude? Because I was kicking it. She had a man. I said, what you gonna do with this guy? She told me, you tell me what you want me to do with him.
Oh.
Wow.
I said, man.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I saw it early. We didn't get married till about 3 years later, but I saw it early. Actually, we dated for about 3 years before we got married, so we've been together about 26 years.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I always say, I tell my daughters, you over 40 years old, and you dating a nigga for, I'm gonna say 2 years, but you know in 1. If you that motherfucker when you ain't no ring on your finger, nothing, what y'all doing? Y'all just fucking, excuse my expression. or you in the way.
Right. So Mary,
I just keep it gangster. I just know how to keep it real. You know what?
Yeah, but give you a bar of soap. I think you need a bar of soap.
Huh?
I think you need a bar of soap.
He sounds like Tom.
I think you need a bar of soap.
Well, you know, we come out, hey Mike, man, this dude ran together, man. We come out the streets together. In the joint together.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah, he sounds just like you.
Yeah.
So Mary, you answer that question, what he just said, when he said, how do you know when they're real?
Well, you know what? First of all, there is automatically an instant connection. You know, like none other. You know what I'm saying? And it just tends to grow from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
so how long it take?
Really need to flow.
How long
things
it take?
Need to flow. How long does what take?
for you to know that it's real.
Oh, you know from day one. You know day one. Oh yeah. It don't take years to figure that out. Just day one.
I got to hang around some of your girls. I got to top. You got to give me her skilo. I ain't met them. I don't know where they at. Where they hiding at? I want to be talking 23 years later. That I got somebody right. from Marietta Elliott, and it's 23 years later.
Hey, but you know something too, man? What you're saying right now, a lot of women say the same thing about where he at. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think we, as black people, as couples, man, we lost. Mm-hmm. You know, me and Top kind of talk about the black race, and we at the bottom of everything that's negative. You know what I mean?
But see,
the forest rate.
Here's what I think the difference is, and I can't say all. I would never say anything and say all.
Right.
But the difference is, women can go through something with a man and get to the next one, and they'll say, "Well, that ain't happening to me no more." And so when you get in there, it's there. Men don't do that. When we move on, we just move on. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're aware of what's going on, but we don't hold on to baggage because women will bring that shit into your relationship.
Right,
and you can say it. I used to tell my ex, I'm not him. You know what I mean? I'm not him. You ain't. If I say I'm going out with my dudes, don't FaceTime me. Because that's what you and him did. Mm-hmm. We gotta trust the fact that, because my daddy always told me 3 things that make a successful relationship: trust, honesty, and communication.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You trust somebody. Let's say somebody mess up. Let's communicate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What saying.
Let's be honest about it.
That's what I was saying.
But am I gonna throw up? One time that happened to me, and my daddy told me, "What wasn't you giving your woman that would make her go get it somewhere else?" Mm-hmm. She ain't trying to ruin our relationship, but it was something you was lacking, whether that nigga in the office was saying you so beautiful every day and this and that. Maybe you ain't saying that. Mm-hmm. She ain't trying to leave you, but this guy made her feel good.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was saying about taking it for granted.
Yeah, women are emotional. We physical.
Right.
It's all. We get in the house and we the man. We this, we that. We get a few dollars. We drive a nice car. We the shit. And like Marietta said, we take that for granted. So we stop opening up the door, taking them out to dinner, telling them how beautiful they is, telling them good things. And that nigga at work, he telling them.
Yep.
He telling them. And he only want one thing.
That's right.
And you only want one thing, because you ain't leaving your situation.
Right.
And you know something, I think
I know, Mike, you've been married 23 years. Peaches and cream. You done had to go through some things.
No. Right.
But y'all had that trust, that honesty, and that communication to work it out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
23 years for what?
Right.
To start all over with what?
To what? Right. Get a buckethead out there.
Right. Exactly.
That ain't got nothing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But as you get older, like as me and Top is now, you wonder where's she at? And we ain't up in the club. Yeah, we ain't in the club.
No,
not at all.
Mm-hmm. You know,
you already know
that.
Leon, let me tell you something, man. I ain't been out so long, but I'm telling you, when you come to Cleveland and you hit them same
I'm calling you.
You know, yeah, you know I'm gonna go with you and meet you, but I'm just telling you, you're gonna see the same ones that was there when you left.
Oh,
Every time I go back,
go,
you know, the same ones.
unfortunate.
You know, when I
Same
come
one.
home, I go because I always want, you know, I always want a hand dance champion, so I always go over to K&S on Sunday. Same Negroes, same
look here,
females.
I was up there about 3
Only
weeks.
thing they done switched. Now she ain't with Bob, she with Mike.
That's it. That's all. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They didn't switch it around, you know.
Yeah.
And and vice versa. She done chose him and got rid of you. But I go up there to get my hand dance on. You know, they only hand dance in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So but you're right. I see Happy got a spot up there. They be up there.
Yeah.
You been up in there?
Yeah. Well, you know, he called me for Father's Day. I was supposed to went up there, man, but I didn't make it up there, man. I ain't even leave. I did it. I worked in my yard, man. After that, man, I ain't feel like doing nothing, man. You know. But yeah, he had called me though. You did. Yeah. Yeah, but when Poop came home, we had a little thing for him up there. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna call and let you know Poop got a thing coming up.
When?
Yeah, Good Gang got a thing coming up. You know what? Hold, just let me go on mute for a minute. Then I'm gonna let you know. Let me go on mute.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, but that's a blessing, man. I'm happy for you. Now, Marietta, you ain't married. Why not?
I was married.
Oh shit, I was too 100 years ago.
Well, you know what? This is the thing. Marriage has to be a mutual thing. One person can't be married. And if you find that the other person is not acting like they want to be married, you're supposed to pull out.
What city you live in?
Garfield Heights.
Oh, you in Cleveland too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but things is real, man. I mean, they are really real nowadays. Mike, you got the best hand. I'm jealous. You know? I'm jealous.
You don't need to be jealous.
I'm jealous. I want to be married.
Hey, but you know something, Leon? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, you know something? You might have had her and you lost her.
No, I ain't had her.
You think back in all the relationships you had.
Oh,
sure.
I can say one or two of them. Yeah.
Right.
But that was many years ago. Many years ago.
Right.
I wasn't right. You know?
And right, that's what I'm saying. And you probably had a woman that will.
This is probably 19 years ago.
She cheers your dirty draws.
Yeah, 19 years ago. 19 years ago was the last time I went to prison. And my mother died while I was there. I didn't even get to go to my mama's funeral. And I was in that jail cell on my knees, and I was like, okay, God, what would you have me do? And my mother dying turned my life around. I became, head of a men's ministry and this and that, and that's when everything good, started happening for me. But it took my mother to die for me to do that. So them two that I'm referring to that I lost, they was before that period.
Before,
once I got saved, everything changed. It changed.
Right.
It changes everything. If it don't, you ain't saved.
Right. It was kind of like I was saying earlier that you only get about two real friends in your life. I would say that's real to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to find them.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And you know, and it's funny you say that because even though I ruined the relationship, I was a little hoish, they still my best friends today. You know what I mean? And I could go back today if I want to. I can.
Right.
You know,
That's one thing about it.
Once you have that and you ruin it, I can't do it again. You know, because I'll be afraid that thought's always going to be in her head.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
You know?
And she may feel that she got to get you back or something like that.
Yeah, you owe something, or but I also think, being a spiritual man, that things have to happen within your life, whether that's a relationship or whatever it may be, for your growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
That's
for
very
your
true.
growth. So maybe if it's all in his hands, I don't care if you want to call him Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to call him, your higher power. Because if you think it ain't one, then something is wrong with you. That's a whole nother conversation. That he's gonna take you through some things to make you appreciate what's coming.
That is a fact.
You know what I mean? To make you appreciate what's coming. He's gonna, you know, I was talking. I always been in finance, and I was managing. I had this white girl, and I try to spread. You know, you can't take Jesus or Allah and hold them for yourself. You gotta pass that on. You know, and get that knowledge to somebody else. So I'm always talking about Jesus, and white girl said, "Well, I got 5 babies and 5 babies daddy, and and my life is this and that." Well, first of all, ain't nobody tell you to go out here and be a you know what. But how can you say, I said to her, "Oh, so you got some problems, you got some issues." Well, here's a man.
I'm gonna back up a good ways.
That
We'll
was-
sign up. We'll come up here
that-
and put another
that was-
sign. And we're
that
gonna close
was
this range as
beaten.
well.
Okay. Here's a man that was beaten, stoned, nailed to a cross. He could have got on anytime he wanted to. He went through things, so what makes you think you ain't supposed to? All the kings, Allah, Jehovah, they went through things. So what makes you think you're not going to go through? But the key word is through. Because if you go through,
The other side,
there's another.
right?
And that gives you a testimony. That gives you a testimony about what he can do for you.
Right.
I know in the Bible, all Jesus' disciples had issues. All of them had issues. Tax collectors, killers. Paul was his main dude. Paul was a killer, was killing Jesus. Wrote half the books of the New Testament. That goes to show you he can do all things for anybody.
Yeah, because
He
you know
can
what?
take somebody like he can take somebody like me. I got some stories that I ain't gonna tell because I would get life.
There you go. But it ain't. But you know
what
what
I'm
though?
saying?
It ain't how you start. It's how you finish.
Amen. Amen. You know, so yeah, this is a good conversation. I enjoyed this tonight.
Yeah.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
a-
So
I'm
that
a-
means you will be back.
Oh, definitely, and I'm gonna share with some folks because
Do that.
I got
Did you
some
subscribe to the channel,
I got
Leon?
some people. Huh?
Leon, did you hit that subscribe button?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah,
did.
subscribe and hit that little bell. So hit the subscribe button and tap that little bell up there. Every time I go live on my YouTube channel, you'll get a notification. It'll send you a text. Yeah, it'll send you a text.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
Joe.
I'm gonna do that because this and I got some people to do some big things, some black men. I got my cousin in Vegas. You got to meet him. I just came back from Vegas a week ago. He a promoter. He worked with Mayweather now.
Yeah, I remember you was telling
And,
me about it though.
I told you that before. I just came from Vegas 2 weeks ago. He just him and a couple of guys just bought out a new tequila, and he grand opening on his tequila, but he's doing big things, and he's a brother. He's from Detroit, deep Detroit. Went out to San Diego and got in that life, and then he went to Vegas and he was an MMA fighter. And then he, just from his connections, he met people, and he always tell me he know Dan Gilbert. Mm-hmm. He said it's your relationships. Mm-hmm. It ain't about your money, your degree. It's your relationship.
That's it. That's what it's
People
about.
trust you in those relationships. He
Right.
became a millionaire just by relationships.
Right.
He come
That's-
about 6 months ago. They had a fight in Vegas. And here's what they do. I was staying in Aria. Aria cost like $1,200 a night. He gave me the room for free. We have millionaires come from all over the world. And they'll call him. Hey man, he'll get him a room for free. They stay in the hotel, they gambling. He get 20% of their spendings or they lost. Just because he bought these guys
Right to the
the
spot.
place. He'd get a private jet and it ain't his, he rented. Yeah. And go get him the room. And he ain't got no degree. He ain't got no degree. He a street Negro from Detroit.
Right.
But relationship. And that's what this is about. Forming relationship. And I know
That's
he'll
it.
be going to come on here and talk. He met
Yes,
me
sir.
to the richest black man in the United States. Rod Smith. He lived right here in Denver.
Okay.
Was just trying to buy the Broncos. He introduced me to him. So so now by him having that relationship, he gave it to me. And I told you I was trying to open up this club here. Rod introduced me to the 5 football players and the 2 basketball players. Because I got VIP booths that's $1,000. They done bought 8 of them. So all of that I'm saying is about relationships. My cousin had
That's
a relationship with this guy.
Yeah.
Started with me, which gave me a relationship with these athletes. It's all about relationships and not trying to take it all and just keep. What are you gonna go? You gonna put in that box with you?
You got to put it out. You got to put it out. It's gonna come back.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I
Look
say.
at what this means.
It's us,
What
it's
can you
us
get here?
four.
That's it.
It's us
And you
four.
can't
I'm
get
gonna
nothing.
share this.
Can't nothing come out.
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother.
it's 4 of us now. I'm gonna share this, and it should be 20 this time next month.
All right.
Just kidding, just talking.
Right.
Just talking.
Right.
That's
Because
it.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days.
Okay.
And
I
Top,
remember
also, I want to let you know my cousin hit me up this morning. She wanted me to talk to her son. I guess this brother lost. He about maybe 30, and he's depressed, man, and in and out of relationships, in and out of jobs. So she wanted me to kind of get him together, man, and I want him to come on the channel and tell a story. Like maybe on Fridays when we have open mic night or
I would
something.
love to hear that.
Yeah,
Yes.
bring him on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
We can do it Friday because Friday is open mic night.
Right. So yeah, because
Anything
I
you
want
say.
some of these young brothers to come on and tell a story and see how we can help them. You know what I mean?
That's how they would
about.
get direction. That's how they would get direction.
That's
but
what
you
it's
can't,
about.
But you can't get direction if you don't open your mouth.
Right.
See, and that's the difference between the young folks today and us and the way we was. We wanted to know. I'm going to see what the old guys doing. Man, why you doing that? Tell me how you do this. How you do that? You understand what I'm saying? Even though it might have been street stuff, but we still, hey, get out of here. Get out of here with all that noise. Even though it might have been the wrong thing, but we did seek knowledge, though. That's one thing we did. We seek knowledge.
Right.
And you supposed to seek it from the cradle to the grave, because it don't stop till the casket drop.
Right.
And what do it says? My people was destroyed for what?
Lack of knowledge.
All right, then. And I think we're gonna close on that right there.
All
I know
right.
that's right.
We went 2 hours strong. That was good conversation.
Yeah. Hey, Leon, if you get that information, I text it to you.
Oh, okay. I'll get it when I get to my phone.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know I texted to you. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll see you Friday. It was a
Yes,
pleasure
sir, yeah.
meeting y'all.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right, now,
most
Leon.
definitely.
All right, peace
Good
and black
evening.
power, my brother.
All right, my brother. Okay, yeah, we're gonna close on out here. This was pretty good.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I'm glad my brother Leon came on. You remember because he stayed on Rita's Mama Street.
Right.
Remember him and Lil John his son, they grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he was a little light-skinned dude, used to always be with Lil John. Well, they
Right.
both light-skinned and shit.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
But yeah, they was two peas in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm gonna give you a full screen and let you go on and close yourself out.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you everybody for joining in with us tonight. This was a phenomenal night. I so appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight, had a comment, can feel what I'm saying. I try to keep it real, you know. I want us to come together as a group because we have so many gifts, so many talents, and we have so much love to give. If we would just give it beyond ourselves, you know, we got to reach out and give our love to other people as well. Bring our people together. I definitely appreciate the people that have been very supportive. And Leon, I'm glad you tuned in tonight. You too, Mike. Hopefully you guys are going to come back again on Thursday when I'm going to be on, which it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, I'll be around anyways. So you guys have a great night. And once again, thank you. If you want to subscribe to our channel, I would love to have you subscribe to our channel and support us. Make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you definitely share. Definitely share. All right, Top Cat.
All right.
It's been wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, good topic, you know.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got more of a, we didn't just we got what you put up, and then the brothers came in
And that makes it nice. They have to have their part.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that made it all right there.
Yeah, I so respect that.
Yeah, that made it all right there.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So
And we ain't got time for the hat. Put that hat down. Or put it back on your head.
yeah, but it's gotta be right though.
Oh, it was right.
Huh?
What am I gonna do with you?
But, all right, so well, this is the Few the Proud of For Real TV. And like I said, if it's your first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell, and of course, thumb up the video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so it was a good night.
It was a very good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna close this on now. Peace and black power to everybody, and have a great night. I'm out of here.
Okay, good night.
Good night.